That main character energy is someone who shows up for themselves every day, someone who puts themselves first when they want to, someone who doesn't make themselves smaller in their own life to accommodate everybody else around them. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Abby and you are in Abby's Corner. And on this channel, we talk about mind expanding experiences, we talk about self-improvement, and we talk about reality shifting topics. Be sure to tap the bell notification so you know the next time that I post a video. Usually they've been coming out on Fridays. We'll see how long that lasts. And let's get started. Today's topic is a fun one. It's an empowering one, I think, and it's an important one. So you'll want to make sure you stay to the end of the video so you don't miss any of the juicy details or any of the bits that I give you guys. And this is one of my tips for living your life in the best way possible, for things working out in your favor, for enjoying your life exactly as it is now, and to bring about change if you want change. And that is showing up for yourself. The best way to feel like you're thriving in life is to show up for yourself in every way that you can. Because when you show up for yourself, you give yourself the things you need. And when we do that, we feel abundant. When we dive in to being there for ourselves and for doing the things that we want to do, not that we have to do. I mean, you've got to do some things that you've got to do. But when you make sure that you carve out time every single day to show up for yourself in different ways, you will start feeling more abundant. You'll start feeling more capable. You'll start feeling better about the life that you're living. And who doesn't want that? So what does that mean and look like to you to show up for yourself? For me, showing up for myself is meditating, working out, eating well, drinking water, making sure I get enough sleep, but it's also listening to my body and taking a rest day if I feel like I'm too overworked or too sore to work out or too emotional to work out. It's making sure that I'm not making excuses to not work out. You know, you gotta find a good balance with that one. I have found it's taken me some time. It's also not depriving myself of a treat if I want one. There's nothing wrong with, eating food in moderation, absolutely. You can eat well and still have dessert every single day. You gotta balance it, but you can do that. It might also be like skipping a part of my routine to spend time with people that I love who I haven't seen in a while. That's something I did this past weekend, and I didn't realize how needed it was until I actually took the time to skip what I had to do for a certain day. Stuff that I'd like to do for myself, which is important, but in that moment, showing up for myself wasn't doing meal prep for the week. It was actually spending time with my friends and getting ready for a wedding next month, which we're very excited about. So, not my wedding. When you show up for yourself, it's dynamic. You can't always, it's a dynamic process. So you have to be willing to go with the ebbs and flows of it. Like I said, sometimes showing up for myself is doing meal prep. Sometimes showing up for myself is skipping the meal prep and going and spending time with people that I haven't spent a lot of time with. You gotta go off of what feels right to you and what feels best to you in that moment. And it kind of goes along with, if you haven't been on the internet, I've seen a main character energy everywhere. People are posting videos about it, TikToks about it, all that stuff. And this goes along with that. That main character energy is someone who shows up for themselves every day, someone who puts themselves first when they want to, someone who doesn't make themselves smaller in their own life to accommodate everybody else around them. And I spent years showing up for other people and not showing up for myself at all. And I would go in and out of doing this. And I love showing up for people. I love doing things for people. I love being of service. That's just what I do. That's where I feel like I thrive. But you can't fill from an empty cup. You cannot fill up another person when you are empty. And when you try to do that, I know when I tried to do that, I was more irritable. I was not flexible with doing things. It was hard. I wasn't sleeping well. I wasn't doing anything for myself. And that's not healthy at all. You want to make sure you're putting as much time into yourself as you can, because you are the only person who you're going to live with for your entire life. It wasn't until I started to take time to get back into meditating and make sure I'm sticking to my workout routine and doing the meal prep and like doing the things that I need to do for myself to feel good and need to do for myself to feel like I have accomplished something in the day for myself. That went a long way for me. So it took me a little while to figure out what I needed to do for myself and what I like to do for myself and implement it and get myself into the habit of implementing it, because that also took time. But once I started to do that, things really started changing in a big way for me. Things felt easier. I was way less irritable. And I mean, maybe recently when I was a little, less showing up for myself, more showing up for everybody else, I was also grieving. So there's that whole bit to put into it, because obviously when you're grieving, you're not your best self, which is fine. And that was the season I was in, and that was fine. And going through that really proved to myself that I do need to do things for myself, and that other people can do things for you, but it's very fulfilling, believe it or not, when you do it for yourself, when you show up for yourself, when you make time for yourself, when you do things for yourself. I want to know what you guys do every single day, or what you're going to do every single day to show up for yourself. It could be journaling, it could be meditating, it could be working out, it could be going on a walk outside, it could be saying an affirmation in the mirror every morning, it could be listening to your favorite music on the way to work, it could be packing a really good lunch for yourself. It doesn't matter what it is, but try to plant things in your day where you can really give yourself that energy, the time, the space to just be where you are, show up where you are, and let things get better. I hope this makes sense. I hope it's helpful, and if you guys have any questions on this topic, please let me know. Definitely comment what you're calling in. Comment how you're showing up for yourself, because I want to get other ideas. And I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I hope you guys are manifesting the shit out of some abundance and all that fun stuff. Yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys. All right, until next time, bye.